I used to be a stupid kid. Yeah, it's true. See, when I was young, my teachers used to compare me to all the other students. And quite honestly, well, I just didn't really compare. Okay, I have ADHD and dyslexia, and my spelling in grade school, and well, for that matter, even now, is really not that great. And at that time, my teachers decided that they needed to put me in a special kids class. Special being code word for stupid. And so they called my parents, Mr. and Mrs. CARMAZZI, your son Arthur is special. And we would like to put him into a special children's class. And so off I went. And there is this teacher, Mrs. Kelly, and she's so sweet, and she's so kind, and she's smiling all the time. And she just makes me feel like, oh my gosh, it's okay to be stupid. And I liked the attention that I was getting. And I learned that the more stupid that I acted, the more attention that I got. Until one day the school said, oh, sorry, before you can go to high school, you need an algebra class. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, algebra, isn't that like math for smart kids? I can't do that. But they said, you must go. And so off I went. My very first report card. Very, very first report card. What do you think I got? That's right. I got an F. Of course I got an F. I was a stupid kid. Nobody had ever taught me differently. The entire environment was basically showing me how I would not compare to other people, how I never was as good. And so therefore, I believed it. But something different happened after my first report card. Mr. Backus, this algebra teacher, had a very, very shiny bald head. And he always wore this brown corduroy coat. I don't know if it's the same one or if it was a different one, but okay, it was always looked like it was the same coat. And so he sat with me and he said, Arthur, let me try something with you. And he sat down, he wrote a simple algebra problem on the board. And he said, tell me the answer. And so, as a student that has been taught you're supposed to show your work, I started to write things down. He says, no, don't write it down. Just look at it and tell me the answer. Do you know the answers? Well, I think it's this. And he said, that's right. And I'm like, whoa. So then he said, hey, let's try this one. And I did that one, and he said, that's right. And he said, Arthur, would you like some extra credit? And I'm like, yeah, of course. I want to go to high school. I want extra credit. So he said, every Friday we are going to have a competition, and you will get an opportunity to participate if you volunteer. And I think you can do very well with this. So I'm like, oh my gosh, he wants me to volunteer in front of all these other people that think I'm stupid. And so anyway, I figured, well, what have I got to lose? So Friday came along and I volunteered. And it turns out that I was actually quite good at this game. But here's the thing, I was good at this game in front of an entire class of my peers. And after about 3 weeks, some of these other students come up and they say, hey, Arthur, can you help me with my homework? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, these people think I'm smart. And so I would start to come up with some excuses. Oh, well, my mom's waiting for me, sorry. And one day, this beautiful 8th grade girl comes up to me and says, Arthur, do you think you can help me with my homework? And I'm like, yeah. And I learned to be smart. from that point forward, my destiny changed. Because I had an opportunity to show that I was capable. Maybe not in the same way that the other kids did, because I still didn't do great on tests. But I had enough extra credit points to actually get an A in that class. And suddenly I think, hey, maybe I am smart. And while I was never, ever a straight A student, I was able to believe that I could be more. Simply because one teacher, one leader, took the time to help me succeed in front of my peers.